25th Avenue, just look for the yellow signs. Regency Printing, 789-6683. That's 789-6683. Regency Printing.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Wednesday. You know, be honest with you folks. You want to run for public office in this town? You better rethink it. You better be prepared for all that may surface. I just saw a Facebook post that, wow, that's all I can say. That's all I can say. If you don't think social media is a powerful outlet for voting and to get people's message out and for people to get messages out about people they like or don't like, wow. That's all I can say is wow. There's I can't, I won't, until I can validate the post and everything, I won't publicly bring it up, but wow. You do not, unless you got your ducks in a row and you have control of everything you've ever done, which nobody does, it's hard pressed to convince somebody to run for public office. And then when people run for public office and they make a stand and they draw a line in the sand, and then photos come out or statements come out or Twitter accounts come out and blow that line in the sand out of the water, man, I knew of this of this post, but I hadn't been able to validate it yet, so I wasn't going to bring it up. But somebody just put it out there for everybody to see on Facebook. County commission race just got really interesting. Really interesting. I will have more on that later because I have to do my due diligence and make sure it's, I have a standard that I have to meet to make sure that I don't, erroneously say anything about somebody that could harm them. But if I can validate this and show that this is accurate, game changer. And people don't care. People are ruthless on Facebook because and Twitter and Instagram and during these elections because there's toughness in anonymity. Even though you may put your name on it, you're doing it from the confines and the comfort of your own safe place. And so it leads you to be a little more aggressive in how you do things. But this is different. This is really different. It showed up in my feed. I went, oh no, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. And yeah, that God bless thing is a problem, man. Wow. Okay. Folks, I'm not usually one that's lost for words, but wow. You couldn't get me to run for office if it was $1 million a year job. And I don't have any skeletons, by the way. Hell, everything I've ever done in my life that's been bad, good, or indifferent, I've shared with you guys. So, I don't have any skeletons. And I'm worried about what would come out if I ran for office. I don't think I have any skeletons, but who knows? there may be pictures that people have from my 20s and 30s that I don't know exist anymore that could be a little challenging to explain, probably. I know there's one picture that exists, a spring break photo, where we're all on a pontoon boat going to Shell Island in Panama City. And there's a picture. There's probably 20 people on the boat, group of girls from Pennsylvania we had met, group of girls from Indiana, and then my fraternity brothers and my buddies. There was probably 20 of us on the boat, and they're all sitting in a half horseshoe around the boat. And I get up right in front of the thing, and we take a photo. And everybody's facing the camera but me. I got my best face forward, just as God intended me to come in the world. Not a very flattering picture. I laugh at it every time I look at it. I'm like, you were an idiot, Tom. Still are, but you really showed it then. It's a hilarious picture. It would be Facebook fodder if somebody got a hold of it and I was running for office, without a doubt. Is this the face of the guy you want to be the elected official? And it's my buttocks. That would be what you would see. So, and who knows how many Polaroids are out there that people could come back and say, Tom, what the hell is this? Well, it was the 80s and early 90s, and you weren't there. So calm down. Calm down. So just keep in mind that people don't care. If they want somebody else to win an election, and this isn't, whoever put this post out is not a name that I recognize as a candidate, so it's not a candidate that put this out. But it is, it's salacious. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Wow. I mean, in the links we go to in this town, or in any town, any small town or anything, remember how contentious the mayor race was last year? The last election cycle we had? Remember how contentious that race was? I think it was near $200,000 was spent on that race to get a $500 a month job. Let that sink in a minute. Almost $200,000 to get a $500 a month job. There was one of the candidates for mayor that bought so much commercial airtime on this radio station that I fielded calls and emails with people telling me they were going to stop listening and they couldn't believe we were supporting that candidate. We weren't supporting that candidate. That candidate wrote a check. You write a check, you can run a commercial on this radio station. I was avidly anti that candidate. But we played their commercials, and they had, I think, 10 of them played a morning. They spent those two candidates spent almost $200,000 running for a job that is ceremonial except for overseeing the police department. Kent Gwynn ultimately won and was reseated back as mayor of Ocala. The right person, I think, got the job. But when you look at the money that has been raised by the candidates running for county commission right now, you look at the money that's been raised by some people running for school board, you think, how much does it take to run a campaign? Why do you need all that money? Go back and look at the money that people that were running for city council a year ago. Some of the go back and look at the money totals that they listed at the supervisor of elections office. It's big business elections, and they can turn on a whim. And this morning, somebody's trying to turn an election. Wow. They ask a very good question at the end of it, though. How can somebody who's had a settlement against a county or city government entity, how can we trust them not to, if they get elected and they don't like something, how can we trust them not to sue that entity as well and get more taxpayers' dollars? It's a legitimate question. But the legitimate question is not what's going to blow the lid off this election cycle. It's the photo. I know some of you are fervently out there searching Facebook for it now. You'll find it. You'll see it. Wow. Maybe Christian conservative candidate doesn't fit. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. But it is, that Facebook post I just saw was quite salacious. And it just shows you that it's a dirty, ugly, nasty process to get elected to a community job. Not me. I'm not doing it. We'll be right back after this timeout. 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Kinetics patient Robert Patterson, a veteran and business owner, struggled at work and in the gym with chronic agonizing shoulder pain.
Those injuries just continue to nag, and if you don't treat them, they just get worse. And I just kind of abused my body for a long time, and it finally had said enough is enough.
That's okay, because QC Kinetics tells your pain, hey, enough is enough. Their regenerative treatments bring you relief by helping restore and repair damaged tissue with no drugs, no downtime, and best of all, no surgery.
I was able to exceed the goals that I had previously attained in the gym. It was absolutely worth its weight in gold, so I could continue to live life without limitation.
Ready to get lasting relief from your joint pain? Call QC Kinetics to learn more about how natural biologic treatments can get you lasting results. Call now. It's a free consultation.
352-400-4550. That's 352-400-4550. QC Kinetics, 352-400-4550.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting loss proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Shamrock Security Systems, 629-3223. Shamrock Security Systems is located here in Ocala, Florida. Shamrock Security Systems is a top-rated alarm company offering 24/7 monitoring, video surveillance, fire and flood protection. You'll sleep a little better once the job is done. Shamrock Security Systems for over 31 years. 629-3223. Get a 100% free quote from Shamrock Security. 629-3223.
Think you know Dex Imaging? Think again. In the office, streamlining communications. In the field, delivering top-notch service, enhancing productivity and reducing downtime. In the data center, a part of the growing digital document revolution. In the world of business, supporting entrepreneurs and helping companies grow. In the forefront of technology, developing cutting-edge document management solutions. So if you think you know Dex Imaging, you don't know Dex.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Nirvana Medical Spa is Ocala's premier medical spa, home to a variety of non-invasive corrective laser treatments and facials. Besides filler, neurotoxin, laser hair, we offer PRP, tattoo removal, body contouring, vaginal rejuvenation, urinary incontinence, and men's sexual health. Become a better, brighter, happier you at Nirvana Medical Spa.
Of the week this week is roses at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. Bob's place is decked out with roses like you've never seen before. Gorgeous double red knockouts, huge selection, just $24.99. What's more, Bob has a great selection of yellow knockouts, just $12.99. Everyone's favorite drift roses. Bob Wines has drift roses in coral, peach, white, sweet pink, red, and more, and they're just $22.99. Have you gotten your butterfly and hummingbird plants yet? Well, Bob Wines still has them, and they're all-time low-priced, as low as $3.99. It's crepe myrtle time, and there they are at Bob Wines crepe myrtles in more colors than you can imagine, starting at $9.99. That's 50% off. Don't wait. Grab up your share of the summer savings today at Bob Wines Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, keeping Ocala green and growing for more than 70 years.
Everyone's favorite time of year is here. Yep, it's Christmas in July at Blockers Furniture in Ocala. Old St. Nick just stopped by Blockers for its mid-year drop-off of savings, including sectionals starting as low as $19 per month. Save up to $700 on select queen bed with dresser and mirror sets. Mattresses starting at just $3.99 and more. Plus a free Christmas tree with purchase of $6.99 or more while supplies last. It's Christmas in July at Blockers Furniture, 2402 Southwest College Road, Ocala. BlockersFurniture.com. See Blockers for complete offer details.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Wednesday. Wrapping up hour number 2 of the show. Man, I'm just looking at these web postings, and I wouldn't want to run for office. I'm just telling you. Hey, vendor applications are now open for the festival at Fort King. City of Ocala Recreation and Parks Department is seeking vendors and demonstrators for the annual festival at Fort King, Saturday, December 3rd, Sunday, December 4th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. This historic-themed event will give guests a chance to step into the life at Fort King in the 1800s. History will come to life with a reenactment of the events that fueled the start of the Second Seminole War. Food and craft vendors' applications are currently open, and the deadline to apply is Friday, September 2nd. Historical reenactors and demonstrator applications are also open, and the deadline to apply is Friday, September 30th. Digital and hard copy applications are available. Sponsorship opportunities are also available. For more information about this event, visit fortkingoCala.com/festival or call 352-368-5535. Again, you can go to fortkingoCala.com/festival or you can call 352-368-5535 for more information. So that's the Fort King celebration. The Fort King is the festival at Fort King. It happens Saturday, December 3rd and Sunday, December 4th, and they're now accepting applications. Vendor applications are now open through the City of Ocala's Recreation and Parks Department. They're seeking the vendors and demonstrators for this festival. So go to fortkingoCala.com/festival or call 352-368-5535. I saw this morning that there was a video in the hallway of the Uvalde shooting, and you can see the gunman walk down the hallway, and then a kid walk in the hallway, and then see him and run back in, and the police show up. But the most disturbing part of that is, as you're watching the police infiltrate into the hallway and everything, and it's a 50, 60-minute video, and you're sitting there watching it, and the cops are in a staging area. And I'll have to ask my friends that are police officers and all what the standard procedure is there, because they're in the staging area, right there just outside the classroom as he's killing small children. One cop's checking his phone. You can clearly see it in the video. Cop is checking his phone like you see what's going on Facebook or something. There's a guy killing kids in a classroom, and you're checking your phone? I think sometimes cops get a bad deal, bad shake, but the cop that ran away from the Stoneman Douglas shooting down south, that he ran from the school building. They fired him. The police chief resigned and everything. Now you got cops in this hallway as children are being murdered, that they're hearing the gunfire. You know they're hearing the gunfire. He's checking his phone. Well, Tom, they communicate. No, he had a radio on his lapel. That's how he's communicating with law enforcement. He's not communicating with law enforcement through his phone. Other members of law enforcement through his phone. In the hallway, where just feet from him, children are dying. There's going to be some criminal prosecution, I think, of some law enforcement officials over this Uvalde shooting. Checking your phone? Really? Don't you have other things, like saving kids' lives? I'm sure that, and I don't know the whole situation there. I'm sure it was a scary situation. People are frightened and scared. I know that. But to check your phone in the hallway when people are being killed feet from you and you can hear the gun, report and everything, and you're checking your phone. I don't know, folks. That seems a little much to me. Just seems a little much to me. I could be wrong, but it seems a little much to me. Coming up in hour 3, we're gonna talk about medical marijuana, and is marijuana really legal, and some of the laws in the state is it priced out? Is it such that a person of lesser means can't be afforded, and so they get in serious trouble with the law, and everything? Is there a double standard with marijuana in this state? We'll look into that in the third hour of the show, because medical marijuana has been 3 years now. Plus, we'll tell you about a young man who, Logan Catalanato, who is with Boy Scout Troop 72, and he's done some amazing things at the Veterans Memorial Park. We'll get an update on where he's at with his project. And the boss, he's coming to Florida. Plus, we'll find out what they're doing with the former Evergreen campus starting this August. All that, plus your phone calls, 622-9622-352, 622-9622. We'll take your calls as well on the other side. Remember, gas at a glance, most expensive metro markets, West Palm Beach, Boca Raton, Naples, Fort Lauderdale, least expensive, Crestview, Fort Walton, Panama City, and Melbourne, Titusville. The daily gas price average in Marion County is $3.93 at the Walmart out on 200. It ranges from $3.93 all the way to $4.11 as the 10 cheapest places in town, and that was as of 20 minutes ago. So 20 minutes ago, the Walmart at $3.93 was still the cheapest in town. We'll be back up this time out. Hour number 3 right around the corner, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News.
A new video shows the action inside the hallway of a Uvalde, Texas elementary school during a mass shooting, including cops running away as children are murdered. The first video was shared by the Austin American-Statesman. In the first few minutes after Salvador Ramos entered a classroom and fired dozens of rounds, a trio of police officers made their way to the classroom's entrance. However, after they were repelled by gunfire from Ramos, an enlarging group of law enforcement waited to take further action. An officer can be seen checking his phone. Another reached for hand sanitizer as the killing continued. Louisiana authorities have once again been blocked from enforcing the state's abortion ban. A state court released a judge's order on Tuesday blocking enforcement while abortion rights advocates pursue a lawsuit. This is USA Radio News.
Wendy Bell here for my friends at Swiss America. Did you know the U.S. Constitution authorizes only two forms of legitimate money, gold and silver? That's right. But our government abandoned gold and silver a half-century ago. Meanwhile, gold and silver prices have rocketed in recent years due to growing economic uncertainty. So, to help my listeners, Swiss America has a very special offer today. Silver Walking Liberty $half at the amazingly low price of $12.50 each, delivered. You heard me right, $12.50. Call now to reserve your silver coins at 800-630-1490. That's 800-630-1490. Silver Walking Liberty $half for just $12.50 each, delivered while supplies last. Put a silver lining in your financial portfolio now by calling 800-630-1490. 800-630-1490.
Tiger Woods.
Costs may still feel high, but food prices are falling. That's coming up on This Land of Ours.
They say farming isn't a career, it's a way of life. While the work is rewarding, the daily stresses can be both physically and emotionally demanding. Sadly, 50% of farmers say it's difficult to access therapy or counseling in their community. Our 24-hour helpline changes that. Call 211 or text FARM-FL to 898-211. You don't have to deal with stress or anxiety alone. Learn more at 211.org.
Peanut producers, fine-tune your farming operation with information gain at the 23rd Annual Southern Peanut Growers Conference, set for July 21 through 23 at Edgewater Beach Resort in Panama City Beach, Florida. The three-day event provides farmers with information about peanut production, legislative issues, marketing, and promotions. The conference is presented by the Southern Peanut Farmers Federation. Visit southernpeanutfarmers.org for more information.
World food prices fell for a third straight month in June. However, the United Nations Food Agency says those prices are close to record levels that were set in March. The Food and Agriculture Organization's Food Price Index tracks the most globally traded food commodities, and the index averaged 154.2 in June. That's down from 157.9 in May. Despite the drop, the June index was over 23% higher than at the same time last year. The FAO's chief economist says the factors that drove global food prices higher in the first place are still in play. In the cereal supply and demand estimates, the FAO raised its global production estimate to 2.79 billion tons, still 6% lower than in 2021. The cereal index dropped 4.1% from May, but was still almost 28% higher than last year. I'm Sabrina Halverson for the Southeast AgNet.
Unbeatable prices and events are popping up everywhere at Rural King, like an antique steel fire pit for just $49.98, or your choice of 27-foot tie-down ratchet straps, just $7.99 a piece. And don't miss taking a spin on the baddest mowers at our Lawn Mower Rodeo, Saturday, June 18th from 10 till 2. Must be 16 or older to ride. Shop now at ruralking.com or your neighborhood Rural King, America's farm and home store.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have sunshine mixing with some clouds today. Thunderstorm this afternoon, high 91 to 95. And a thunderstorm around this evening. Otherwise, patchy clouds tonight, low 74 to 78. Look for sunshine mixing with some clouds Thursday with a thunderstorm in the afternoon and a high of 88 to 92. Sun mixing with clouds Friday, thunderstorm in spots in the afternoon, high 90 to 93. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
This hour of Ocala Talks is brought to you in part by Blockers Furniture. Go see all their specials at blockersfurniture.com.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Wednesday. I am your host, Tom Schmidt.